the Pathfinder Club, not only of this church and of other churches, have been having very many activities throughout the year since we had our induction in, I think it was in January. And since then, we have managed to have several activities, one of which has been the Camporee. There are some of us who managed to attend the EUD Camporee. I'll invite them to come up as Sister Cecilia shares with us the experience from this Camporee. Those who went for the Camporee, please come up.
So we had quite a little troop from our church that joined the federations for our EUD Camporee this year. And this year it went to Germany. So we spent 2 weeks. The first week only the delegation from Switzerland, together with the Swiss-Italian part as well. And we had 1 week only us, so that we can get to know each other and learn also more how we could work together. The second week we spent with the whole Camporee at Friedensau, and we had 2,700 people there. So it was a big event and a beautiful event. And we also have Anne and Aldwin who were there, but they did join the French side. But you can also come up here because you were at the Camporee. And as you just watched the pictures a little bit, let me just ask the Pathfinders what their impression from the Camporee was, and if you would like to invite the others to join when there is another Camporee coming up. So what was it that you would like to tell church about this Camporee?
It was fun.
It was fun. Yes,
It was very life-changing.
On a connu d'autres cultures.
Yeah, we got to learn new people, new culture.
Yeah. The weather wasn't great, but that made it even more fun and exciting.
And Alberto was there as a volunteer, so he was working the second week. Okay, he left. Abby?
It was great to know other people, make other friends from other countries, but it was cold.
It was cold, yes.
Each volunteer had something like that to help to the organization of the event. And another thing it was, they don't say it, but you exchange scarves with each other in there. That is a German scarf.
That's why we see some of our Pathfinders here having some other colorful scarves on them, the souvenirs from the Camporee. So as you hopefully all know, being a Pathfinder is not only going on camps and having fun and making campfires and doing march like we did today, but the main goal is to lead our youth to Christ and to make missionaries of our young people. So the big part of our Camporee and our camps, of course, is the spiritual part. And I know that you were all blessed. We had 2 people that came and had our main meetings during the Camporee. The first week it was our leaders who led us in the spiritual part. And it all ended, yes, international dinner. That was something special. Before I end with the spiritual part, each Camporee, we have one evening where each kitchen, me and Esther, and each week, each Camporee week, we have an evening where all the delegations are invited to come to the other kitchens to taste something special from that kitchen. And of course, the Swiss delegation always has the raclette. And we also have always the longest line waiting to get their little piece of raclette.
Concern the dinner, there was a young lady said, "Oh, I came here. I was waiting for 4 years because my sister was in the other Camporee, and she told me about this dinner and about this the Swiss raclette, and I was waiting for 4 years to come, and in each one raclette, I waited on the queue on the queue."
So you can put the video on. This is how each morning and evening the delegations marched into the area. Of course, it had to be very organized because there were 2,700 people there. So it's quite a big thing. So the spiritual part ended on Friday. We had a baptism, a beautiful baptism, and also Isaac, his cousin, was one of them. And we had another girl from our delegation who also got baptized. And this was such a big impact in our youth life, in their lives. And we ended it by having a campfire. You can see that's what we practiced this morning, but I think they did it better. We ended our the baptism evening with having each delegation go to their campfire, and there we made a very special meal to our youth, and I'm very happy and very touched to let you know that 14 of our delegation, 14 young people in our delegation stood up for baptism. And you have 3 of them here. We have Isaac, Simon, and Ruth, who stood up for baptism. And Artie, sorry, we have 4 from our delegation who stood up and wanted to get baptized. Amen? So this is why we do events like this. It's not only for the fun, but we really want them to get to know Christ and then be on the path to finding other people to also get to know Jesus. And I will just leave you to finish with all the pictures that we have. And I highly invite you, and I think we all do, next time that we have events, not only the Camporee, because the Camporee now will be in 5 years, so it will be for you, little ones, next time. But each year, the delegation, the Swiss Federation, they organizes camp, and that you can all join, and I hope you will come.
You can also say that you meet every time some friends. I have some friends of 5 years friends, because you meet every 5 years only, not every time. And for them it was also nice to meet new people, no? How many people you know there, who meet there?
All of them.
All of them.
Many persons.
Many people. And what was, oh, there is someone more, need to come here. There is someone else who is member of the church participating on there. Look that. On the Jesus musical. It was very beautiful musical, and he was also participating there. And also Cornelie and Patrick.
Yes, so I was there indeed. And I was part of the musical play that we performed with other Cornelia and Patrick. They're also from the church, and it was honestly a blessing. The preparation was quite extensive in the build-up, but it was a blessing for those that performed it. In terms of getting into character, trying to portray the different characters that we were portraying to the audience. But it was also a blessing because we received such support and encouraging messages after the performances that we made. So overall, very very big blessing, and it was also been nice to see our people in the whole context of like a large European wide event. So it was a very big blessing.
Pour que le Seigneur puisse vous accompagner dans ces choix-là. Pour tous ceux qui ont pris cette décision de te suivre, que ton Saint-Esprit
Big thank you for the team that represented our church at the EUD Camporee. I request that you sit down as we enter into the next part of our program.